Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. We're on a little bit early today. I apologize for everyone's inconvenience. Do know that you can still comment and ask questions, and I will answer them for you. Because I will go back and look over this later on this evening. So if this is your first time joining us, this is Chit Chat and Chalk, and I am April Cheney. I am an independent chalk couture designer, and every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time typically is when I am on, and I do little projects to show you how to use chalk couture products in your home, in your life. You can use them in your office. You can wear your own wearable masterpieces with our couture inks. And our little project tonight is going to focus on school. Now, I don't have any little ones left in the house to get ready for the first day of school, and I don't know where you all live, but I live in North Carolina, and typically we start the second week in August. So it's right around the corner for us. And you know how everybody loves to do those monumental pictures on the first day of school. And I've seen a lot of them with chalkboards next to them, or posters, or whatever everybody comes up with. Well, this will be perfect for those first day photos. And if you're just joining me, please say hello so I can welcome you in. And we can chat, and while I talk, feel free to ask any questions you would like. So we're going to be using one of our, got a little something on the back of that, one of our boutique boards. Now, how these are different from our regular boards is these are not the steel magnetic panels that normally we have. We have this in a steel magnetic panel, square and circular, and we have them in this boutique board in the square and circular. This is a 10 by 10 board. It's chalkable on both sides. Comes with a generous amount of twine to hang it, or you could use some ribbon. So I've got fingerprints all over this, and this kind of drives me crazy. So I'm gonna wipe this off real quick. So we're gonna use this particular board. Get that wipe down real quick. And here is our transfer. First day of school. Hopefully I've got it all in the... Hi, Charlene. Thanks for joining. So hopefully I've got this all in the camera range. Still working on it. Got a new handy dandy camera holder. So I'm still trying to learn on my positioning. So this is, I'm sorry, I said it was the first day of school. It's back to school, and it's really adorable. It makes you want to have, well, temporary insanity, have another one going into school. And like I said, this is not my typical time of being on. Normally I'm on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But I am going to be doing a workshop tonight. So instead of leaving y'all high and dry with nothing to watch this evening, I figured I'd pop on earlier, and then y'all can catch it at your convenience. So I haven't used this transfer before, so we're going to cut it down. Chalk Couture has thought of us challenged folks, me in particular. They have conveniently put cut lines so you know where to cut. Hi, Maureen. Thanks for joining. How are you ladies doing today? So this has a ton of pieces to it, and it is super adorable. It is a size C transfer, and you can grab yours on my website so you can be all ready for the first day of school photos. A lot of little cuts here, but it is so worth it. We won't use most of these today. Whoop. So you just cut it down. And when you're using your transfers for the first time, what is a good idea to do, I'm going to have to make some more cuts, but I'm going to show you how to do, or show you what you need to do. One side is a paper side. It's kind of dull. One side is, if I can get it to come off, normally just rolling my finger over it, there it goes, is a glossy side. And that's the side that you want to stick your reusable transfer back on. So because my lighting in my kitchen is horrible, I make sure that I mark the back to school. Now you can just put back, or you can do what I like to do. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for joining. You can write on the back what transfer set it's from, and what the image or letter or whatever it is that's on the front on this. And that gives you the idea of what you need to do. And I'll do that to all the little pieces. But just for convenience of time, because I know y'all don't want to be on here all day, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Now, these boards right here are really fantastic. They're much lighter than our steel magnetic boards, and they're reusable, just like our boards, our magnetic boards are. You do it the same way. Once the chalk paste dries on it, you can run your hand all over it. It's not going to go anywhere. You reactivate it with water, wipe it back down, and then you can put a new design on it. So super cool. And because they're lightweight, it's less shipping cost on these, which is another cool thing. So I'm going to see how well that fits on there. Because my board might be a teeny too small. Okay. When you have a cool job, you can watch from work. I hear you, girl. That's awesome. And you get to watch, do you get to watch the ponies all day? Do they come up where you're at? The board is a 10 by 10. Excuse me. So this is a little bit bigger than the board, but that's okay. Now I've taken it because this is a porous surface, and the reusable transfers are super sticky. I just took it and I placed it on my shirt, and pulled it off a couple of times just to fuzz it a little bit so that when I pull it off of my surface, it's not going to, I'm not going to have to pull it really hard and stretch out my transfer. Your transfers are just like material. You need to pull side to side or top to bottom, and never corner to corner, because you will stretch it out and distort your image. So we don't want that happening. And then I've got our cool 3-ounce Chalkology Paste. This is custard. And give it a quick stir. And you want it to be a yogurt-like consistency. You can see it's pretty thick. So more like a Greek yogurt. All right. And this is our really cool new, I'm so in love with this thing. You just have no idea. Our really cool multi-tool. So it's made out of the silicone, just like our squeegees are. So it's reusable. I did have someone that thought that our squeegees were made out of like a foam or something like, I guess like one of those foam paint brushes, but this is a good heavy-duty silicone. It has give on the ends, and it's really sturdy in the middle. I mean, super sturdy in the middle. And it is perfect for these jars, especially for getting up underneath that rim and cleaning everything up to be able to get it to mix really well. It's got this really cool end, because normally I have to take a full-size squeegee. This is a small squeegee. And normally I have to take a full-size squeegee and cut it down to get the more intricate parts. So this is perfect. Oh, I didn't know if they got up that far or not. So I'm just going to dip this right in here. So I'm going to do my little banner line. Dip some in here. And I'm just going to do right in between the pendants. So this is a dream, y'all. I love this thing. I'm going to have to order me a couple more. Because like today, I'm going to be using a lot of different colors. Lots and lots of different colors. So I'm just kind of swiping on and leaving it a little bit thicker than I normally would, because I'm going to be running through this with lots of color, and you do not want... Oh, well, that stinks, Melissa. They should put you right on the beach, right in the middle of the horses. I'm going to leave it on thick because you don't want your chalk paste to dry in your transfer, because it will pull up the paste when you go to remove your transfer. So I'm just kind of gooping it on a little thick. Hoping that it will, oh, that was a little light over here. And if you end up not being as quick as you need to be, you can always do a fine mist spritz over this to try and reactivate that chalk paste. But I'm going to leave it as is and see what we come up with. So I'm going to start throwing some color in here. Excuse excuse me, I am a color fanatic. The more color, the better. I'm a happy camper. All right, so this is our orange. We have amazing pigments in our chalk paste and in our couture inks. All right, I'm going to throw down all my orange that I want to put in. Orange is not one of my favorite colors, but I really, really, really like this one, the orange, and I like the pumpkin. I just got the pumpkin. The pumpkin is making me happy. All right, so we're going to throw a little blue in here. And if you're not actively working with a chalk paste, try to make sure that you close it up, because it does dry when it has that contact with the air. So you don't want all this beautiful color drying up on y'all. All right, still leaving it thick. Put some more color in here. Trying to work super quick. This is our orchid. Got a much bigger piece of squeegee. Getting it on there. And some yellow. See if I can find a smaller piece of squeegee. So you're just trying to make sure that all the silk screen area is covered. I'm gonna wait on that one because it looks like I'm gonna drag it through some of the white. So this is where this multi-tool would come in super handy. All right, just leaving it kind of blobbed up on there, and let's see, because it looks like I've got some of my white drying. Yep. Or not white, my custard. So let me hit that real quick. And you can also do this. Just hitting these spots that are drying out a little bit. Yep, this multi-tool is the ticket. See if that laid it down. And I'm just pulling back slow, just in case. Oh my God, y'all. Oh, that's so adorable. All right, so I've got my little water bath off to the side, and I have stuck my transfer in there. Excuse me. Sticky side up, and made sure it was submerged, because I don't want anything else that I'm throwing in there getting stuck to it. Close up my chalk paste so it doesn't all dry out. And this way, it gives me some time before I have to get to the sink to get my transfers washed out. It's not going to ruin them. You just have to reactivate the chalk paste with the water. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is a time saver. Melissa, are you going to be home this weekend? If you're still on. Oops. I lost a squeegee in there. It happens sometimes. Oh, she's in there good too. That's another thing with that multi-tool. You're not going to end up like this. Alright, just getting my paste closed up so we don't dry out. Alright. Isn't that adorable so far? I love it. Alright. Now we're going to take this section. And we're going to fuzz it up a little bit. Aren't they cute? I love all the colors. I'm really funny. I'm either all about a ton of colors or I like things really monotone. I'm not so much a in-between kind of person. Okay, just eyeball that. Tilt it up, make sure I'm not. And I'm just making sure that the banner part is locked down. And not necessarily the whole transfer, just where the silk screen is. So I'm going to take, this is our Thai teal. Now a lot of my colors are older. But they are gorgeous. And some of them I use very sparingly. Because I don't want to not have them. Alright, just taking my chalk paste, pulling it through. Taking my excess, put it back in my jar. And trying to make sure we don't have any lines in our design. Oh, girl, we can work it out, whatever you need. But shipping and handling for you is going to be $100. Just kidding. Jessica is my neighbor. Yes, because your little one is starting school. Big girl school. All right. Love it. That is so super cute, y'all. Hey, Ashley. How are you, love? Thanks for joining. Hey, Jody. Wow, I got lots of folks on. I didn't think I would have anybody on today. Seeing as I popped on so early. All right, so we're going to go with kindergarten. And again, just making sure that the silkscreen area is down tight. Just looking to make sure I am straight. And we're using lots of color today. No, not in this. But if you have fonts, we got some really awesome fonts that you can alter this. That's a cool thing, is you can mix and match all kinds of pieces from different transfer sets. That's why I mark them the way I do, because I tend to use 2 pieces from this set, 1 piece from that set. That way I don't get confused when I'm trying to put them back on their backer. Just getting that excess off. Putting it back in my jar. Waste not, want not. And we've got, where's it at? An apple. Going to need this one. Right? So you can sit there and if you're laying it out the way I have it, you can put the name down here. All kinds of different ways you can do this transfer set. It's up to you. It's your masterpiece. It's super easy. She's crafty. She's chalked before, and she did amazing. Even on her first go. She's even inked and did amazing on her first go. Don't let her fool you. Just lacking patience. You know, a glass of wine and daddy daycare, and you'll find that that is rejuvenated. So I'm going to lay this apple down twice. If you work quickly enough, you can do that. Because again, you don't want that chalk paste drying in your transfer. I don't have that even. I don't have that even, but we're just going to roll with it. Okay, babe. Can absolutely do that for you. I will get up with you as soon as I'm done doing this live. All right, so we're done with the red. I'm going to get this part of the apple. Now I've got to wait for these apples to dry. And then I'm going to add the stem and the leaf to it. So just Just getting some more pieces cut and ready to go. Let's see. So many color choices. I don't know what I want to use. Let's use one of our new ones, Wild Berry. It is gorgeous, y'all. I love this. Get that in my little water bath. Now, I'm going to speed up this process just a little bit. And I'm going to use my blow dryer to get that dry. I'm going to use it on a cool setting. So forgive the noise. The transfer set is called Back to School. And you can either do, this is a boutique board. It's a 10 by 10 board. It's not magnetic. Or you can do the magnetic board that is 10 by 10 as well. And that way, if you wanted to embellish it with some magnets, you could. So the reason why I did that is I want that chalk paste set because my transfer that I'm going to lay down next is going to overlap it. And I don't want it to pull that chalk paste up. So let's see if I can. I'm going to do these not centered. And swipe and pull. In a water bath, we're going to hit it again with the blow dryer. And remember, a cool blow dryer. Hopefully that's dry enough. Put down my one. And we've come out with some really cool, I keep calling it ticking tape because it's got little ticks on it. This helps you, like when you're working with fonts, to evenly space your letters out and get a more consistent spacing. And you can get them in a straight line, and it's really, really helpful. They have come out with some really cool tools with this last release. Now, it doesn't take a long time for the chalk paste to dry on its own. But because we're doing a live, I was just trying to speed things up a little bit for y'all. Because who wants to sit around and watch paint dry, really? Yeah. I've lost my 8. I'm looking for my 8. There it is. And my 8. Trying to space it out and get it. Oops. All right, got it. Took me a second. As you can see, you can lift it up, reposition it. And after you wash them, and then wipe them down with a disinfectant wipe, you stick them back on their carrier sheet on the shiny side, and it's ready for its next use. So you get multiple uses out of every transfer. The chalk paste goes a tremendously long way. Just trying to get my paste back in the jar from that lid. So this is super cool. So if you have multiple children, you can change out what grade they're going into because they have all the numbers. First, second, third, kindergarten, or pre-K. Pre-K is 1. Oh, preschool, excuse me, not pre-K. Preschool, kindergarten, all the way up to 6th grade. I think at that point, your kids are like, oh my gosh, Mom, do I have to? Oop. All right. So I'm going to take my little stem piece. Line that up. Get that down. And we're going to need our multi-tool again. I'm telling you, that thing is fantastic. Alright, got it cleaned off. And this is our mocha. I think this is actually one of the first pastes I ever got when I joined last October. Came in a bundle, which was super fabulous. All right, so I'm going to try and do the stem in brown. And then, whoops. That was just my phone case, y'all. I'm a little cluttered today. And this is our lime green. Perfect for all year long. We use a ton of it during Christmas. Use a ton of it during spring. Yep, I definitely need several multi-tools. That would make my life so wonderful. All right. And then we're going to pull that up. Ta-da! And we're going to place it back down. See if I can get it centered. And do the same thing. Little dip in that mocha. Our multi-tool. Just get it worked into that little stem area. And then our green. Excess back in the jar. Okay, y'all. Is that not stinking adorable? Isn't that cute? Put your little kiddos' names right there with one of the really awesome fonts. That is, yep. That makes you want to run out and have kids. That is so adorable. Well, I appreciate everybody joining me today. This has been awesome. I really do appreciate you hanging out. And I will be back on Tuesday evening at our regular time at 7:30. So stop by and see what kind of projects we'll be working on then. Make sure you bring a friend. And we'll hang out. Thanks, y'all. Have a great day.